Ozzy. Angry, 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 angry. Ozzy. Angry, 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 angry.
Okay. Alive, alive, ho. Waiting to see if anyone joins. That one. So there's intro video. Outro video. Neat. New features. Hey, Justin. You still haven't had COVID. You got to get out more, man. Yes, there's a quite small percentage of the population who hasn't had COVID yet. Be a combination of luck, your lifestyle, maybe even genetics. Who knows? There's a fair whack of unknowns with the old Rona. And we'll probably continue to learn things, I don't know, for decades. Did have the unfortunate experience of someone saying, "Oh, COVID, is that still around?" Like, for fuck's sake, honestly. Justin, I believe there is medical evidence that some people, for whatever reason, have higher levels of natural immunity. Jackie fucking Chan. Yep, you absolutely should get boosters, and particularly flu. Flu is so prevalent. And I did get a flu booster, which managed to get me through flu season at least without getting it. No, well, I think we got it at the same time. Like probably when we were away on the weekend. Anyways, I am Mr. Rona. And thanks, Safa. I hope I will get well soon. And Pat, good. How you doing, mate? All right, gang, it's happening. Still got an orange sitting here from last week. Man, that peel's probably got... it's maybe got a bit of the oil still in it. No, I think it's really dried out. Not going to make any cocktails tonight. By sheer coincidence, on the weekend, I got some non-alcoholic things. These bought them from a place out on the Bellarine Peninsula, the Curious Cabinet, Shrubs. So it's an antique elixir unlocked. A shrub is a vinegar-based cordial, basically. So it's fruit, sugar, and vinegar. Very old style. This one's cherry, and this one's mandarin. A few of the venues out where we were on the weekend were using those shrubs in their drinks. And we found out we could get them, so we decided to get them. Yes, as you hit the nail on the head, Safra. I think I'll give my body its best chance to recover. I won't be making cocktails today. I might do a tasting. Look, I got a delivery, and I might pace myself. I really want to try this. This is Texas whiskey. So it's not bourbon, but it is whiskey. Cask strength, 66.7% ABV. And it was comparatively cheap. It's like 40% off the regular price, which makes it a reasonable price. Aged at least 46 months in oak. So aged for about 4 years in Texas. So that's the thing. I still want to put a cherry in my drink. Right, you're around South Florida, 20 cane damage. Oof, yeah. Oh my God, the stuff I saw in the Carolinas and in West Virginia is just like, God damn. Hi, Jackie. Doc's tapering you off anxiety. You mean you have alcohol and grapefruit juice again when you're off the meds? Nice. Mm. Where are we going with the cherry bomb? There we go. Funny that place where I bought that piece from, that's online orders only these days. It's like they were forced into it in COVID, and then they just thought this is just a good deal, and so now they just do online. Spicy cough. I haven't got worse than an annoying, dry, scratchy throat. Jackie, these cherries fucking rock. Luxardo maraschino cherries. Fucking awesome. I guess I've been a bit tired. So, okay, I don't know how long I'm going to last on this stream on 2 counts. My throat gets a bit raw when I talk, as I found out when I had a meeting today. Had to stop in the middle of the meeting and say, I need to get some water because I can't keep talking because I've got COVID. And I guess I've been feeling a bit tired and distracted all day as well. Haven't quite descended into the whole brain fog thing, but not good. Safa, well, we were just out past Geelong and went to a few venues. There were people. It wasn't super busy, but there were definitely people everywhere we went. We even played mini golf, which was fun. We called it adventure golf. It was a pretty good course. Got into a bit of trouble with it. But yeah, we went to a couple of venues for like lunch and dinner and drinks and whatnot. And don't remember seeing anyone sick, like no one coughing or wheezing. So I don't know how the fuck we got COVID, but because it's airborne, you know, fucking really bad luck is how we got it, I think. So it is what it is. Safi, you don't want to believe everything you read about the work from home stuff because the stories are being published by media outlets owned by these corporate entities who have a vested interest in pushing the corporate line. But I don't think I'm going to get pushed into going into the office more than 2 or 3 days a week, which is our current setup, anytime soon. But I don't know, who the fuck knows. If there's a Liberal state government, anything could happen. But my favorite stupid comment that I've seen repeated multiple times by it's like a tautology to refer to conservative media outlets. They're all conservative. But like, oh, bosses predict everyone will be back in the office 5 days a week in 3 years. And that's the stupidest fucking thing. And they go like, oh, you very smart, insightful captains of industry who know so much, you get paid 100 times the average wage in your company. You're definitely right. It's like, oh, so if people have flexible working for another 3 years, then they'll give it up? Fucking peanut-brained fuckwits, honestly. So what do I miss about slave labor? You wish you could say you have COVID. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Jesus. God, they give you shit. Yeah. Well, getting stuff in writing is good. No, okay. Here's the thing with the COVID. I did go into the office yesterday, and Mrs. Angry woke up going, I got a scratchy throat. I probably should do a COVID test. And so I went and had a shower, and she had a COVID test. I had a positive result back before I got out of the shower. So I got it too. And so, no, I did not go into the office today. Jackie, forcing everyone in the office is a great way to lower productivity. Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. The whole thing about back to the office is bad management. The only reason they do that is like bad fucking management, because they feel like they have to see people to control what they're doing, and it's just like, dude, give me the work and I'll do it. What the fuck? Oh yeah, of course. That's the smart thing to do. Raise, don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face. Just keep on until you got something better. Yeah. Monday's fairly quiet. There were people around, but I think I've heard tell Friday's quieter, but I don't usually go on Friday. Well, I think this, and here's the thing: it varies person to person, and it's down to what works for you as well. I certainly don't work any less from home. I mean, I feel slightly guilty and have my computer on for longer, so I'm available for longer than if I'm in the office. But I'm like, I've got set stuff to do, and so I do it. Yeah, and I get that. We're all different. That's like what I want is not what everyone wants. Not doing that tonight, Pat. At least not yet. Need you settle in? Yeah, I mean, I had one at the start of winter, so like 6. I know it was more than that. Like, well, it was 6 months ago anyway. So it's actually quite bad luck. But again, hopefully that means minimal actual illness. Still fucking sucks. Still considerable concern on my part about the potential shortening of life, because that's real. It's the fact that we're going to spend the next decade or two finding out, just with the grand human experiment, what the long-term effects are. And it obviously varies a lot among the population, but shortened life expectancy is a big thing. Did you see a movie today, or are you going to see one? Hey, Shieldsy, how you doing? When you're in an office, can't focus on anything but work. Well, again, you need to do what's right for you. And that's another weird thing I've seen in these media articles more than once. Saying like, oh, everyone has to return to the office because some people need the office environment to work in. And just, those people can go to the fucking office. And I'm okay with going in a couple days a week, going in for special events. What was today's movie, Pat? Did you put it in the Discord? I'm glad you don't have COVID. Yeah. Fucking sucks. You don't want to have it. It's crap. I had a pizza for dinner, supermarket pizza, that I put extra toppings on. Yes, I somehow knew that would be your reaction to the grand final race. The old South Melbourne versus Fitzroy rematch, 125 years in the making. You saw Runt. I think I saw a poster or a trailer for that. Oh no, bad back with old age. Yes, I'm the can't get up off the lounge without making noise old age. Dr. Bear, looking at photos of you for a dating profile, help from the therapist. Couldn't tell apart the one from 6 to 8 years from how you look now. Great, no more aging. Awesome. Oh, yes, it's about a dog. Yes, that movie's about a dog. What did we rate the movie Runt, Pat? As if I don't know. And I specify Runt. We're talking about runts here. Be calm. Oh, that's right. You had that multi going race. Okay. No wonder it was frustrating. Damn. But Sydney might as well have not shown up. Ten out of 10 for Runt. Oh, Justin, struggling to get matched on apps. Not even ugly. I'm so glad I don't have to do it. Fuck's sake, honestly. No, I don't think that's bad by definition, Shieldsy. It's down to your individual stuff. I can see that moving Sydney, Rays. I can see that moving Sydney up your hated list. That result on the weekend. But yeah. But it is what it is. Be trying stuff. Oh, Jesus. I put so much ice in here. Drink a bit of water. Okay, so I got blood orange mango mineral water. Otherwise, why you don't have grand finals that don't have Victorian teams. Can't trust them to do it right. Us Storm in the grand final again. There you go. All right, so fizzy, fizzy, fizzy. Now I'm going to have some of this cherry shrub. Hey, Greg, how you doing? First, I just want to. What's it taste like? Tastes good. To some people, the idea of the cordial, it's vinegar, is weird, but it's just a different sort of acidic flavor. Because, like when you have fruit juice in something, there's an acidic flavor. So vinegar is just a different sort of acidic flavor. So you barely even tried to do anything with online dating. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just starting. We're on the topic. Mushy peas. I always thought Adelaide were the ones with mushy peas, with the pie floaters. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Saving the rent. Astonishing stuff. Yeah. Hey, Luke. How you doing? Gotta mix that up because the shrub is heavy. Where's my stirring finger? I'll use that. Stick your finger in your ear and go ting-a-ling-a-loo. This is going to be really unevenly flavored. It's like, I'm not sure if it is. It's like much redder on the bottom than the top because the shrub's heavier than the water. Oh well. I think that's mixed it up. Well, that's not bad at all. Wow, I like that. That's good. Yeah, I got COVID again. Yeah, I always thought it's like the mushy peas and gravy on a pie was an Adelaide thing. Oh, that's interesting. Outreach to US voters abroad ramping up. Got 2 phone calls in the last week. Oh. Yeah, not bad yet, Safa. But my throat might get sore and I might get tired and the stream might not last that long. We'll see. Yeah, no heavy symptoms yet. The worst I've gotten in previous bouts is congestion and tiredness. And I've been a little bit tired today. No real congestion, but scratchy throat. Oh, Rays, the pie float is definitely not a Sydney thing. That was either a Melbourne or an Adelaide thing. It was related to AFL back in the day. It's definitely not a Sydney thing, though. But you probably get mushy peas on the side. I think that's an English thing, mushy peas. I don't know. Ooh, someone from Democrats Abroad on 7:30. There you go. Wow, getting letters from third party photo outreach. Wow, I wonder if that's worth their time. Okay, yeah, no. So the mushy peas, I think, is an English thing. Yeah, Luke, you're agreeing with me. It's an Adelaide thing. There you go. I think two of us have said it, so it's true. Safa, Russia's probably got an eye. I don't know. Can you vote if you're overseas in Russia? I don't know how it works. I don't know. We haven't had mushy peas in ages, so I don't know where Mrs. Angry stands on the mushy pea question. The island would separate you from the great unwashed masses, Shieldsy. That's true. Uh, mm. Oh, guts to keep the throat lubricated. That's my only chance of carrying on. See how I am. I do. Just most of the day, I've just felt a little bit tired. Not exhausted, not wiped out, which is where I have ended up when I've had COVID previously. So I might get there. So this might be the last stream of the week. I don't know. I have no idea how the rest of the week's going to play out. Third parties are kind of a joke anyway. Oh, Libertarian Party aren't libertarians. They're just far right cockheads who don't want rules to apply to them. And I know some real libertarians, and it's a real shame that they're tarred with the brush of these idiots who are the public face of libertarian now. Just bullshit. Okay, so you can call the embassy for Russia to vote. Okay. I actually got back around lunchtime. We didn't hang around. We had to check out of the place we're in and we just drove back. I know. You're feeling the loss of that 1600. I get it. Yeah, well, Jackie, we'll see how I go. I was literally, tonight's an experiment. While I've got really mild symptoms, does my voice survive? And do I stay conscious? Or does the tiredness and the throat get progressively worse? I actually did. Since you asked, Safa, watch the most recent episode of Return to Paradise. That's a fun, lightweight show that's literally just designed to make English people feel depressed that they're not living in Australia. Oh, God. Labor's going to get friggin' smashed this election. They're just going to get wiped out, which happens every couple of cycles in Queensland. Like, Labor wins power, they're in for a couple of terms, then they get absolutely smashed. Oh, yes, read the Red Deadlines. Talk like Arthur. You know what I've always wanted to do, because I watch a lot of the role play servers on Twitch where people are playing Red Dead on one of the modded role play servers, and so many guys, they're playing cowboys, so they talk like this. I want to join the server and just talk in a more or less normal voice. And when you run into one of these cowboys, what are you doing, partner? I just go, oh no, do you need a lozenge? And then start talking about throat cancer and maybe they got tuberculosis. Just completely undermine the tough guy, gritty voice thing. I look. I don't think Labor have done great things in Queensland, honestly. But it's not, say, as foregone a conclusion as the WA and ACT elections were, but it's a pretty foregone conclusion. Labor are copying a pasting in Queensland. The cycle turns. I have no idea who that's aimed at, by the way. Or did you mix up chat lines? You did. It was a supermarket pizza. Oh, right. Sorry. Cowboy talk. Yes. That's cowboy talk. I get it now. Wait, didn't we have the ACT election? I'm confused. But, that's not surprising. It's pretty easy to confuse me. So, all right. Put a little bit more than water in. Stir it up a little bit more. All right. You got to say that in a raspy voice. So how y'all doing this fine evening, darling? God, there are some funny videos on YouTube of the voice actors from Red Dead at various conventions. Because seeing the real guys who do the voices and women who do the voices, some of them really look the part and some look really different. Like the guy who's Dutch, he's a fucking man mountain. The guy is huge. Physically quite different to Dutch. But the Arthur guy, yeah, kind of looks like he sounds, but yeah. Shields of your islands are a swing vote for Redlands. Okay. Throwing money at you like there's no tomorrow. Nice. Get some infrastructure fixed in time for the election. That's what we like. But damn. Yeah, who does John Marston's voice? He's not so memorable as the guy who does Arthur and the guy who does Dutch. Actually, look, I could bring it up. Have the sound off. Probably won't trigger a copyright thing. Let me go. Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to go voice. Voice actors. Let me go. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to show. So we'll see some of the voice actors. So that's Arthur. And I've seen him with a beard. He kind of fits more into, looks more like a cowboy when he's got a beard. So he's Arthur. That's the guy who plays Dutch. That guy is huge. And look at that beard. He's amazing. So okay, he plays that character, and God, they look the bloody same. All right, he's another side character. He kind of looks like the guy he's playing. Oh no, he plays the bad guy. I kind of recognize that dude. I hate that character so much. There's the guy who, well, he kind of looks like John Marston. He could be a John Marston. That's the John Marston voice actor. So there you go. That was the Red Dead voice actors. They kind of could fit there. He looks like a huge Christopher Lee. Yes, Dutch is like Santa Claus. He's a Santa Claus version of Dutch. Drinking Farmer Boy versus Smiling Assassin for a state premiere. I hope that is a summary. Oh dear. Would you post on Discord? An ABC article. Canberra Liberals leader Elizabeth Lee says Darren Roberts, who shared controversial posts under fake profile, will contest ACT election. Liberal candidate for Ginninderra, Darren Roberts, shared posts on a Facebook account named Bert Poppins, which ACT Labor has described as racist and offensive. There's commentary about the use of Indigenous place names, a derogatory meme about former federal Senator Lydia Thorpe. Also appeared to criticize transgender participation in sport. All right, so in a major surprise, someone running for the Liberal Party is a TERF and racist against Aborigines. There is really significant modelling of the characters in games on voice actors, even when the voice actors aren't famous. But when they get someone famous to do a voice, they definitely model on the actual voice actor. Yeah, it's a little while till WA's, even longer till Victoria's. There's a federal one next year, isn't there? I don't know. I lose track. I swear to God, if Albanese loses to Dutton, I don't know. ... I don't know. It's just like, that would be fucked. And Albanese should hang his head in shame forever. The concept of Peter Dutton as Prime Minister is a fucking nightmare. Like, but then again, we survived Scott Morrison, and he was a piece of shit. Albanese seems to be doing his best to lose. Not rumours, Safa, possible predictions. You can't have a rumour of a hung parliament for an election that's a year down the track. You can have predictions, possibilities. Oh God, Justin, you're saying the Liberal leader actually replied to that, Bert Poppins. Good Lord. Yeah, well, honestly, I don't see it hurting their chances. just because how fucked people are, basically. Super annoyed that the Labour Party let Rudd get away with the dumb shit he was doing from the backbench. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, Shieldsy, Trump repeats false. Oh, God. It's just like, yeah, no. But Trump just makes no sense. Anytime you see a video of him, he makes no sense. He can't make coherent points. His brain is fucking pudding. And so he just says really extreme, outrageous shit because the sort of knuckle draggers who support him go, oh, yeah, owning the libs. Oh. And they're just fully on board with these ridiculous, bigoted lies. And so he's got nothing to lose. But it also distracts from the fact that he can't string two sentences together. Rays, no, there were literally no. There was a picture of someone carrying a goose at one point, and it was completely unrelated. Yes, I've seen a lot of posts saying the Earth is flat too, Rays. Now, I get where you're coming from, though. But no, the stories about immigrants eating cats and dogs are absolutely false. Media outlets have to say there's no evidence for it. They're fucking lies. They are absolute fucking lies. But yeah, there is no truth whatsoever to it. It's just real dumb, bigoted lies. I don't think I'd like to be sentenced. I don't know. There'd be some majesty to being up in orbit, I think. But yeah. Oh, you could do a list a mile long of things Trump are going to do that are going to be fucking awful for a lot of fucking people. Well, Safa, chocolate, that's a whole thing. With we only get chocolate, as in stuff that has actual cocoa in it, because of conditions that are indiscernible from slavery. It's true. And also climate change is going to destroy the chocolate crops. So chocolate could easily be a thing of the past. Future generations will only have rumors of what real chocolate was. It's a funny old world. Yes, if yes, coffee too, Greg, as well. Yes. And you want to look good and deep into fair trade chocolate to see that it's not someone bullshitting as well. And I was, Dr. Abigail, going to point out the big chocolate companies. So basically, well, I'm talking about big chocolate companies. If they had to pay anything approaching just wages to the people in their supply chain, chocolate would be double to 4 times the price it is. They rely on horrific exploitation. Justin's YouTuber tracks down the source of fake news. Oh, including the cats and dog things. Okay. That's a thankless task. I mean, honestly, they'll be very valuable commodities in the future. Is Dr. Abigail a real doctor? You're not the first person to ask the question. Yeah. Big chocolate companies. I'll say Nestle. Nestle are the fucking devil. And I don't say this as a high moral ground person who's never eaten Nestle chocolates, but they are the fucking devil. They suck. I could be wrong. There might be ones that are even worse. They seem like the worst. what they do with the milk products as well. They're just fucking monsters. Ah, yes, stockpile and freeze cocoa seeds. And when climate change spreads, you work out what are the new places where you could actually grow it. Because the old places will be too arid and hot. So you have to go to new places that used to be temperate and are now fucking tropical. Buy them online. I'm not sure you can buy enough cocoa seeds online to corner the market, but who knows? I mean, that's really noble work, Justin. I just think, again, thankless. I'm glad someone's doing it, though. See, Dr. Abigail, also curious about whether or not you're a real doctor. Well, I think you could easily make Tim Tams with not real chocolate, just, butter fat. Oh, no, I think you'll look. I think you'll look for the cocoa seeds. But, there's various ways to world domination. God, I'm about to go. Yeah, I was this close to going down my rabbit hole of negativity, and I won't. I'll steer clear of that because who needs that? My bleakest world visions are pretty goddamn bleak. So I'll just think of positive things. I'm going to continue to drink my shrub and mineral water to keep lubricated and keep on keeping. I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to try this whiskey because I think that's going to be fucking kick in the head whiskey. What's the type of this? This is mezcal. Agave spirit. I know it's mezcal. So this is the smokier one. I used to think mezcal was a subset of tequila, but tequila is actually a subset of mezcal. All tequila is mezcal, but not all mezcal is tequila. It's very smoky traditionally. And I only got this because it was more than half off. I might save it for another night, see if I'm feeling any better, and I'll try it with my other smoky agave spirits. Oh, yeah, it is actually the first of the month, yeah. We're going to do evil shit after conquering the world, forcing the world to listen to sweet sounds of Frank Sinatra. I mean, there are worse things to do, honestly. Oh, God. So, okay, someone's doing the defense intelligence sector, so actually does the deep dive research on that, finding out the fake news. Oh, yeah, Shieldsy, this is COVID. And the hair's long, too. Like I always knew, because I've been coloring my hair forever. And there's always this thought in your head, you're going to have to stop one day. And I don't know, COVID was the tipping point. Just staying inside. I go, yep, I'm not getting my hair cut and I'm not coloring it. And I grew it out. Oh, actually, God, I just saw one of the videos when it was about at its longest before. And it's down to about here. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'm glad I decided that was too long because I feel like it looks a bit weird now. Rays, tell you that 4 months of love and marriage before being... Oh, you mean if you're just playing the same song, that would get a bit much. No, not really, Safa, because I just used supermarket hair dye, and I didn't get like a hairdresser to do it. I used supermarket hair dye, and I only did it once every, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months. I only did it like 3 or maybe 4 times a year. So I was not spending a lot of money coloring hair. Dude, I started to get grey hairs a long time before 40. But also, I've actually been dyeing my hair in one way or another since my 20s. I always had like dark brown hair that I would say was black. It was technically not black, it was just very dark brown, but yeah, it looked black. But then I would get like gothy blue black hair dye. And so I dyed it this really deep blue black. And so I was always doing that. So, you know, it was never obvious that my hair was going grey because I was always coloring it. Yes, you've seen me with red hair, Greg, in the last, well, 20 years, like when I was doing the YouTube stuff. I've dyed my hair purple and red and brown. Blue black dye was an 80s thing. Yeah, I guess it was 90s for me. Yeah, very, very gothy. Ooh, that's I don't know. You tend to choose some good colors for your hair, Dr. Abigail. It's not sure I'm a good person to be asking. Oh, yeah, sorry, I get what you're saying. The being Pat. And that's why Pat calls me red, because he's seen me with red hair. Funny bit. White, grey, downside blonde hair. Yeah. I actually thought at one point of using a blonde hair dye and seeing what that did to my hair. But I don't think Mrs. Angry wants me to do that. Smurple. Is Smurple Smurf purple? All right, you know what? I'm going to try this. Just, I'm not going to swig out of the bottle. I'm not a complete goddamn animal. Gotta put it in my proper tasting glass. My mini Glencairn. Okay. 66.7%. 2/3 of this is ethanol. Gosh darn it. Little plastic seal. Got to get it off. That's probably some ASMR. What do they say? The art of marrying barrels is an essential part of the distiller's craft. On occasion, a single barrel expresses such distinction by virtue of excellence or remarkable character that it deserves to be preserved in its solitary form. Balcones' single barrel embraces the variety and extraordinary qualities each cask can impart to the spirit. So this is single cask. This is single barrel. Wow. They haven't even blended. They've just gone, what came out of that barrel was so good, we're not even going to dilute it. All right. The ASMR glug glug. Love that sound. Oh, it's golden. It's so golden. Looks super dark in the bottle. Poured in the glass, it looks quite golden. Now I have to do the taste thing. Do. Yeah, Jackie, that's what I'm very much into, embracing the natural look these days. Ooh. God, what is that? It's really strong. But it's not just like ethanol burn. It's actually quite nice. Sort of dark chocolate. Oh, almost a cigar aroma there. Oh. It's like dark chocolate and molasses. Yeah, it's kind of pee from someone who needs to hydrate more, or maybe has a urinary tract infection. It's actually a really nice aroma without being too strong, which is really strange for such high alcohol whiskey. But damn, here we go with the taste test. Oh, the chocolatey flavor really carries through. My wordy. It's really warm going down. Yeah, it's like chocolate and honey. Yeah, the crappy elements of COVID where you lose your smell and taste haven't kicked in yet. Oh, tell you what, this could be my friggin' taste test. If COVID gets worse on me, man, the flavor in this. Oh, wow. I am so glad I got this. It's really good. And it's just warm all the way down. You can see aroma. They were huffing cigars while distilling. That could be. If you had COVID in a petri dish and you poured this on it, I'm pretty sure it would kill COVID. Some whiskies have a really definite banana type flavor. It's a more common thing in rum. I think whiskey and banana would taste great. Tell you what, when I feel like next week, I'll do a whiskey and banana cocktail. Yeah, I'm not drinking a lot of alcohol because I think it would weaken my body's ability to fight off the COVID. But like I said, a flamethrower will kill COVID. If you had COVID in a petri dish and hit it with a flamethrower, you'd kill it. Not an effective treatment for treating illness in a human, though. Ooh. Wow. Tell you this, hot damn, with this cask strength, you get value for money because the taste really stays with you. God damn. Get a bit of water, cleanse that palate out. Oh man, this is going to be real. This will be good in an old fashioned, but just generally in cocktails, this has got such a strong flavor. Safa, no fucking idea. I don't remember what they had. Ooh. Ooh. God damn. Yeah, that is not a sculling drink. That is a sipping drink. Oh, it's good though. Just these really intense, robust flavors. Feel like I can taste the smoke from the barrel. Because for those who don't know, when they put whiskey in barrels, the inside of the barrel is charred. They burn the staves on the inside, opens up and puts color and flavor into the whiskey. Oh goddamn! I can still taste it. It's just like, it's this warmth all down here. Damn. There you go. You gotta get your value for money. But I couldn't bloody resist. They trapped me. It's like, oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Yeah, the inside of the barrels are burned essentially. They're charred, and that's a big part of the whiskey making process. Yeah, it's usually oak, And it's like the rule with like bourbon has really strict rules in America to be called bourbon. One of the rules is it has to be new American oak, has to be first fill American oak barrels. Because this is not bourbon, this is whiskey. So it follows the other rules, but they can change. I don't know what the mash bill for that would be, what grains were in it, but they don't have to age it in new American oak. It may have been in French oak. The two most common of barrels are American oak and French oak. I do have a limited Starward one that was made in Hungarian oak. Went to Aldi, 2 bags of food, $80. Went to Coles, only 1 bag of food, $80 the same day. Yes, but what was the food? Hot damn, air fried brownies. Damn, that sounds good. American oak would win a war against French oak. Yeah, you get people who are really into it, and they talk about the grain and the density of the wood and the effect it has, and it's like, damn, yes, yeah, you got to be saying those positive things as you work towards your green card. But oh my god, I tell you what, I was really tempted. The Sydney distillery Archie Rose released a limited whiskey. And they used Australian red gum in the barrels. And I was like, oh, goddamn, I bet that's a really noticeably different flavor. It was expensive, though. That's the reason I got that. It's like, Nix, who do this? So this was like 40% off. I'd seen this advertised before. It's more than 50% off. And I went, well, that's really good, but I don't need it. This I've got before. My last bottle of this is in one of the barrels, and I tasted it last month, and it was tasting real good. This is unaged rye spirit. And because it was going so good, this is like 40% off too. And then they had this really limited thing, a cask strength, single cask, Balcones Texas whiskey, for like 40% off. And I was like, fuck it, you got me. I'm going to get it now. I was trying to be good. Now you're making me buy these bottles. Also, they're basically the cheapest place to get these cherries. So I got an extra jar of the cherries too. I mean, cheapest by only by a couple of dollars, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm ordering the other stuff. I'll order some cherries too. French oak surrenders to the whiskey, pull apart, drunk, spilling on the spirit. Well, in Australia, it's really common to use ex-wine barrels. Largely because of our huge wine industry. And some of those barrels would be made locally, but a lot of the barrels are actually imported. And it's interesting because the rules with bourbon is the barrel can only be used once. So the bourbon distilleries go through barrels like nobody's business. And so they sell them to people, and they often sell them to wineries who will use them to age wine. And then a lot of Australian distillers use ex-wine barrels, and some use ex-bourbon barrels, some use new barrels. Oh, we're talking about the Beans Bar selling. The process of finding a buyer. You were there Saturday. Noosh. Well, apparently there is actually a lot of pressure because of the amount of wood they go through making the bourbon barrels to soften the rules a bit so they can use the barrels twice. Well, I'm not saying it would be unreasonable of me to blame COVID for my alcohol collecting, but my alcohol collection is at least 5 times bigger than it was at the start of COVID. Oh, God, yes, I saw that. There's actually a vice presidential debate tomorrow. It's like, God damn. That'll be weird. Yeah. It will be interesting to see if Tim Walz can rattle J.D. Vance and make him say something really weird. because Kamala Harris actually wiped the floor with Trump. It was pretty funny. But that's a high risk thing. I know Jimmy Carter, who I think it was his 100th birthday, like yesterday, and he does want to see Kamala Harris win, but who knows? It'd be depressing if Trump wins and then he dies. Tim Walz is like, yeah, he's daggy dad energy, is he? You're right. There is always a VP debate. Yeah, if Waltz can actually make Vance lose his shit, it will be really funny. Well, that's what we're all hoping for, Shieldsy, that Vance is made to look like a complete fucking chump. It would just be very funny. Yes. It's all democracy, Rays. That's what we're all in favor of. Democracy and you being given the visa. All right, so we survived the first hour, and I'm still feeling okay. I'm not feeling that tired. My throat's not even that sore. But we will keep it lubricated. And this time with some mandarin shrub. You shrub. All right, a little bit more. There we go. Mineral water. And now shrub. Yes. When I feel like COVID has gone, they actually have cocktail recipes on the side of these bottles, which I'm going to try. Yes. Vance, no riz, no chill. So weird. Oh, well, hopefully your voting thing soon, Justin. Well, there is a broadly held belief in conservative circles around the world. If the common folk find that voting is compulsory, it disadvantages. And I really don't know if this is accurate, but it is a commonly held belief in conservatives around the world. The more people who vote, the worse it goes for them. So they actively try to suppress the vote, particularly of disadvantaged people. There. Top 3 worst rated TV shows: Home and Away, MASH, and Neighbours. Yeah, well, because I'd throw Home and Away and Neighbours in there because I never friggin' watched them. I have seen episodes of them, definitely. All right, you hate MASH because it came on when cartoons were finished. That's it. It's colored your opinion. Yeah, there was a whole strategy which almost worked for them, making it really hard to do postal votes. Yes, you notice Ray's not actually objecting to the show MASH. He was just upset that it meant the cartoons were over when it came on. I did see that Toady, who'd been on Neighbours for 30 years. Like, that's his whole fucking life. Like, he's been on Neighbours for a longer time than he hasn't been on Neighbours. That is weird as fuck. I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. I just mean, Jesus Christ, being on the one show for that long, that it's like your whole adult life. Like, goddamn. Okay, both these shrubs are good. Little zing. So he got married 5 times on the show? Wasn't there a murder plot with one of his weddings? I don't know. I don't pay any attention. The closest I came to paying attention was, God, it was probably about 10 years ago that Luna, the Melbourne YouTuber, had a thing where she's doing a guest thing, a Halloween thing for Neighbours. It was Neighbours, a zombie thing. And I never actually saw the show. I was actually on set. I'd been on the set of Neighbours when they were shooting some zombie stuff. Oh my God. Yes, those Alf voiceovers on YouTube. They were so controversial. Jesus, they were funny though. They were really stupid and really funny. Shields did that in Australia. Yeah, you got to have democracy sausages. I didn't get any zombie makeup. I think I was hovering around the back of a scene covering my face up. So you know someone who appeared part-time on Neighbours, like 5 or 6 episodes. Oh, like it's been on so long. So, like literally thousands of people have been on Neighbours over the years. It's a very big employer, and thousands more. No, actually, probably not thousands, but definitely hundreds of people have been employed on the crew. Been a very big employer. And as shitty as the Australian soaps are, training grounds for a lot of big actors. Oh, that's this year. Someone was on it this year. There you go. And you were technically in Blue Heelers. Okay. I was just going to look up famous Australian actors who started on soapies. Okay, I thought so. Russell Crowe. I thought he was on one. Natalie Imbruglia. I don't know that she counts. Margot Robbie, Chris Hemsworth, Guy Pearce, Kylie Minogue, Isla Fisher, Heath Ledger, Jason Donovan, Liam Hemsworth, Naomi Watts, Ryan Quanten, although he kind of disappeared. All right, so you were skating by a Blue Heelers and they caught you in a shot. That guy on Andor. Wait, which guy on Andor? I'm trying to think. I was looking at the. Oh, it's the guy who was on House as well, Jesse Spencer. You got a friend who is a patient and a nurse on Home and Away. There you go. Back in my 20s when I wanted to be an actor, I auditioned for Home and Away. The audition actually went fairly well. I didn't get it. It was for a role as a cop. The guy who got it was like 6'2", so no wonder like 5'8" me didn't get it. But yeah, it was the worst show you've seen. Oh, I hate those completely fake ones. And they're trying to act like it's true when they believe it. Here's the big. Oh yeah. He didn't start on soap operas though. I know who you're talking about. Ben Mendelsohn. He didn't start on soap operas, I don't think. He was like straight into serious acting. But let's look up his IMDb. Maybe he was. Ben Mendelsohn, go the full Mendo. Let's go his IMDb. Mini bio. I love a couple of the movies he did when he was a teenager. Wait, where's his actual movies? Why are they making this so hard to find? I don't want the overview. Wait, why is it not just fucking showing what movies he was in? I mean, but my whole reason for going to IMDb was to see what he was in. Oh, this is annoying the shit out of me. What the fuck? I want to see his early career. List of Ben Mendelsohn performances on Wikipedia. Yeah, started in 86, 87. Yeah, he was straight into proper movies. Yep. No, he was never on soapies. He was straight into proper acting. Were you saying he was on Henderson Kids? Stop hassling me. Okay, well, maybe this is only... television. Sorry, here we go. Television. Oh, okay. No, okay. Definitely, I'm absolutely wrong. I was only looking at movies. He definitely did soaps. Okay. Henderson Kids, I don't know if I'd call that a soapy, but he was on A Country Practice, Neighbours, 19 episodes on Neighbours, so not for a really long time. 2 episodes of The Flying Doctors. So, no, he definitely... When was that? 85. And he started doing movies in 86, 87. And the ones that I really liked him in, Big Steel, was 1990. Spotswood, that was my last big audition. They were considering me for 2 roles. The roles went to Ben Mendelsohn and Russell Crowe. So I don't feel that bad that I didn't get them. Yeah, so he was getting very serious in movies in the late 80s. But he was had his first stuff on TV in the mid 80s. So he definitely started on TV. TV can be proper acting, yes. You think I get invested in McLeod's Daughters? And yes, I think the people on the soapies agree it's not proper acting. Yeah, I'm one step away from being in Star Wars. I think Romper Stomper was 90s. 92. But Spotswood was before that? I think Spotswood was 91. So Russell Crowe was a supporting role, a major supporting role in Spotswood. Ben Mendelsohn was the lead. And yeah, then 92, Romper Stomper, Rusty's big breakout role. And yeah, that was his big break, playing such a dodgy fucking character and doing so well. So there was a huge breakout for him, Romper Stomper. But man, and then it was amazing, a movie I really like, the LA Confidential, that Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce are in. And they're so different, and there's such important roles for both of them. And people in Hollywood basically didn't know them when that movie came out. He knew the person he's playing. Friend said he was doing, yeah, well, he's a mess in the movie. And I've said this before on streams, but like I was living in Sydney when I watched Romper Stomper, really liked it. Yeah, I moved to Melbourne 5 years later, and I was living in Footscray. And then I must have watched Romper Stomper on video again later. And it hadn't meant anything to me when I was living in Sydney that it was set in Footscray. And I watched it again and go, oh, wait, this is actually set in Footscray. Yeah, because the skinheads railing against the Vietnamese immigrants. I love that. Greg saying, I can't see what I'm typing. My spelling is a joke. Dr. Abigail specifying missing the apostrophe, implying the possessive, meaning McLeod and his daughters. Oh, man. Okay, I really like these shrubs I got. Castle and Bonnie Doon. Lived near Bolly Doon, yeah. Yeah, but they lost. That was also the other thing I thought was funny, because Romper Stomper's like set in the 80s, I guess. And when you see what it was, Footscray was in the 90s, it's a double laugh at the Nazis, like, you really lost that battle, didn't you? And everyone apart from stupid Nazi pricks is happier for it. So is my joke about the influx of African migrants and refugees in Footscray in the last 10, 20 years. I think the people who are most happy with the influx of Africans are the Vietnamese who came in the 70s and 80s, because the shopkeepers who've been there for 20, 30 years get to look around and go, Footscray was okay before all these Africans got here. In a supreme irony. Yeah, the little skins would not want to have been so aggressive in the 90s in Footscray for a number of reasons. I guess the Vietnamese shops had their name in Vietnamese. Yeah, Now Footscray is one of the trendiest suburbs in Melbourne. But yeah, 90s, 2000s, not so great. Oh, wow, Chances. Where they're all freaking getting nude. The one I remember is Jeremy Sims. He was kind of the lead in it. And he had a whole career out of that. Yes, anyone remembering Chances? It was just all trying to relive those 70s nudie soapies. It had a bit of a run. There were Vietnamese signs everywhere to help. I mean, like I said, they definitely were on the shops. I mean, maybe it's street signs. I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, I love Vietnamese food. Oh, my God, their food's so good. And the Vietnamese grocer's really good. Times Square. Yes. Was once shit. Now it's nice. Well, it's people are saying it's like one of the grooviest neighborhoods in Melbourne now, and it definitely wasn't when I was there. I'm not surprised anyone who was in Footscray in the 90s moved, honestly. The markets were great. I mean, you couldn't take two steps without someone trying to sell you the gear, but, Michael Caton was in Chances. Oh, yeah, because the whole central premise was in the first episode, the people winning a huge lotto prize, hence the name Chances. But then it just all became about tits and bums. Yeah, I look. I have to admit, I kind of liked living in Footscray. It was a bit rough, bit dodge. I mean, nothing bad ever happened to me. Yes, I'm spoiling the pilot episode of Chances had some people winning a huge lotto. But Jeremy Sims was even in Mr. In Between, so he's still working. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Just brought that up. Love Mr. In Between. Such a good show. God, I think I want to watch it again. I rewatched it this year. It's so good. Yeah. He definitely didn't want to look for trouble or cause a scene in Footscray in the 90s, early 2000s. Because if you wanted to cause trouble, trouble would find you. Like, nothing that bad have happened to me, It was fine. But stuff certainly happened. Just didn't happen to me. So you're saying on the Chaser today, 4 people got... I have no idea what that sentence means. 4 people got $87,000 payout on 19 Chances final run with the chat. I don't know what that means. But, it's probably on me. So on one of the talking about Chasers, one of the Australian satire sites, because with just the insanity from Israel continuing, looking like doing a ground invasion of Lebanon, and how the mainstream media don't want to talk about it being don't want to use the word invasion. It's too inflammatory. It was, a headline of something like, most looked up word in thesauruses for the day is invasion. I'm screwing up that joke. Oh God, I watched heaps of the Sullivans when I were young. For those who don't know that was a soap opera set in the Depression, basically, and the lead up to World War II. In Melbourne, I think. I was still living in Dubbo when that was on. Yes, a very special military operation, which involves bombing the fuck out of civilians and in invading another country, which is just like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you guys doing? Why would you do that? Saying best part of Footscray, you'd come home with cheap fashion clothes. Yeah, yeah. Well, poof, there was definitely people trying to sell you cheap electronics and not out of shops. Oh God. Yeah, I inhaled. Look at that. 19th. Oh God, now I'm fucked. Oh, that might be the end of me. If I can inhale some of that. Police Rescue. That's Gary Sweet was the lead in that, wasn't he? He was everywhere for a while. I'm trying to breathe. I don't think I remember the theme to Police Rescue. If I'm remembering the right show, that was like the peak of Gary Sweet's career. He was all over the place for a while. Oh, goddamn. Trying to think TV shows with banger themes. And the first one that popped into my head was Hawaii 5-0, actually, with it. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Where are we going? Wait, what am I logged into here? Oh, this will do. I'm literally going to look it up. Police Rescue theme song. Yeah, it's definitely Gary Sweet.
Yeah, I've got personal problems. It's none of your business. You're so far up yourself, you can't see daylight.
Angel is out to prove himself.
Angel.
Police Rescue, 8:30 Friday.
That was an ABC show. I thought it was a commercial show. Oh, you can watch full episode of Police Rescue on ABC. Oh, Bluey. God, now the Police Rescue theme isn't there, but the Bluey theme is, and the Sullivans theme is. Okay, so why the fuck are themes from all these other shows there, but the theme from Police Rescue isn't there? That makes no sense at all. Okay, that's all I'm playing in case I get a copyright hit. I don't know. Oh, Cop Shop. God, that was another funny one. We hardly got any rain in Dubbo, but we would occasionally get huge thunderstorms. I freaking love Space Coast, Coast to Coast. All those weird shows that Adult Swim did in, when was that? The early noughties? I got a bunch of them on DVD. But, god damn. Oof. Okay, that little I like it, just inhaled a bubble. That really fucking fucked me up for a second. Oof. Took the wind out of my sails, that did. Dubbo is not subtropical. It's halfway to the desert, but it's not desert. It's just temperate. It's just a temperate zone. Dry as fuck, though. Yeah. You don't have to go far west of Dubbo to actually hit the desert. There's fuck all west of Dubbo, just really small towns. And then you're in the desert, and then eventually you hit Broken Hill. It's just doof. It's a hell of a thing. Ooh, sorry. That coughing fit really did exhaust me, actually. I don't think Rex existed when I was in Dubbo. I did fly into Dubbo once on a relatively small plane, like propeller-driven plane, which was very unsettling. And I don't remember what airline that was. You're reading a wiki article on the Sullivans. Production staff researched for historical and military accuracy, reproducing even the same sporting events and the same weather patterns. That's a fun bit of obsessive behavior. Ha! Most famous person to come out of Dubbo. There would probably be a couple of people who would argue the toss on that. Depends what you call famous in New Zealand. A couple of rugby league players who played first grade in Sydney for a number of years came out of Dubbo. Not a lot, but a couple. And they were famous to a different people. There was the band, the Reels. Okay, you know what? This will be a fun Google search. The most famous person from Dubbo. Category. Wikipedia. Oh, there's a category in Wikipedia. People from Dubbo. Kirsty Lee Allen, Tim Armstrong, Bob Hewitt. Who is he? Okay, I'm not recognizing any of these names. Murray Coleman, Jim Lacey. Jim Lee is a murderer. Kate Lee. Dougal Sanders, Gene Zarian, Jim Sparks, Robin Dalgleish, Bruce Doughton, Kep Enderby, sounds vaguely familiar, Jackie Marshall, Nicole Trufino. Was Barry Unsworth from Dubbo? Okay, but sports people from Dubbo. Andrew Jones, cricketers, Chris Killen, Gordon Clubb, Ian Clubb, Pat Crawford, Megan Dunn, Tyler Evergreen. This is a shit name. Shit list, I should say. Brian Tink, the boxer. He trained me. Got bronze at the Commonwealth Games. No, the Olympics, I think. Notable people. Well, I'm going to go with Barry Unsworth is the most famous. Didn't know he was from Dubbo. Who's Lizzie Gardner? Costume designer. Been working in Hollywood since the 1990s. Kep Enderby. Australian politician and judge. There you go. No, I reckon, okay, so Barry Unsworth, former Premier of New South Wales. So I think he qualifies as the most famous person from Dubbo. But Lizzie Gardner... costume designer, been working in Hollywood, known for her American Express gold card dress, which she got an Academy Award for Best Costume Designer for her work on Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I remember that American Express gold card dress. But I think a Premier of New South Wales would be the most famous. Time to edit Wikipedia and put an entry in there. Oh dear. Yes, Heine, I it's not bad yet. You're the only people who know I'm from Dubbo. Thankfully, not many people from Dubbo know the Angry Aussie stuff. Or I'd probably get a lot of hate from Dubbo. Yeah, I might not stream on Thursday. I might be fucked. Who knows? So okay. My YouTube still come. What's funny is my YouTube channel comes up first. But then there are just videos of angry Australians, which is pretty funny. Funny to me anyway. Oh dear. What is this for? Sorry. This is, I guess, ego surfing. I was interested in what came up. Okay, well, that was just a weird random thing that I decided to look up. Ooh, you got Braveheart and Isle of Dogs. Interesting double there. Oh, if you've asked to get editor things and then you go and change something, you don't. No, I actually don't have any tattoos. So yeah, so I think I'm probably gonna sign off. The weirdest thing is that fucking coughing fit took it out of me. More ads from the guys I bought this stuff off. Saying, look, why don't you buy this as well? Why don't you calm the fuck down? Very spent more money. I was trying not to buy more booze. Then you did specials I couldn't resist. Yeah, Isle of Dogs, a Wes Anderson stop motion animation. It's good. Thanks, Race. I think it's so weird. That coughing fit took it out of me. So even though I wasn't drinking cocktails, I did have a cherry tonight. So I'm going to eat it and feel good about that. Okay, still got my taste. That tastes fucking awesome. Oh, that's so good. Yum, yum, yum. All right, so I'm cutting this just a little bit short, or 20 minutes short. because I can feel myself fading and I'm not going to be able to keep saying things. But I survived this fairly well. Who knows if I'll be well enough to do any streaming later in the week. We'll see. But you'll take care and I'll see you sometime. Yeah, I'll probably, particularly if I start to feel bad, I'll probably post lots of complaints on the Discords and the socials. So I'll see you all later. Oh, yeah, look, now I get to... They've put a new thing in that you can have an automatically playing intro video and outro video. So I'm doing this. There's an outro.